Only for scientific and medical purposes should this new individual be called an embryo or fetus. This new individual is formed by successive cell divisions and is not receiving new cells from its mother. The new individual is protected and fed through the mother's body, but it is gross ignorance to contend that it is only a growth on the mother's body. It is just as distinct and separate from the mother's body as it will be some 9 months later when the birth takes place. It is true that it could not survive apart from the mother's body, but it is also true that it could not survive apart from mother's care after it is born. Mother or some substitute must take care of the baby. The baby grows after birth by successive cell divisions in exactly the same manner that it grew before birth in the mother's womb. Let me emphasize the only cell that the mother contributed was the first one, and it only contained half the normal amount of chromosomes. The father furnishes the other cell with 23 chromosomes. When these two cells meet and combine, then conception has taken place and a new person is formed. After this, the father contributes as many new cells to the new person as does the mother, and that is zero number. After this, the baby is much a part of the father's body as it is the mother's body. The baby is nourished through the umbilical by the mother, but nourished only. It receives no cells, no flesh, no new or additional life from the mother. It is not a part of her that may be removed as a wart or a tumor. I say it reverently and not in jest, but human beings could have been reproduced in the same manner as chickens if God so willed. The fertilized chicken egg that is placed in the incubator to hatch is not a part of the hen's body. She furnished half the chromosomes, and she also furnished the nutriment that is inside the shell of the egg to nourish the developing chick before it is hatched. But the hen does not furnish any additional cells, life, or body to the chick. Reasoning based on this type of knowledge has led many scientists to believe that they can conceive and grow babies in a test tube. We believe this would be wicked to even try such a thing. If the mother can arrange an abortion upon demand, the father should be able to do the same thing. he furnished he furnishes many of the cells as the mother, and the baby is as much a part of his body as it is hers. The only difference would be that the privacy of the mother's body would be violated by carrying out the father's demand for abortion. Neither one should be able to demand abortion. No doctor or parent has the right to murder an innocent little baby 6 months before it is born or six months after it's born. Please notice how quickly the baby develops. Within 4 weeks, it has developed the heart, limb buds, and muscle tissue. Within 5 weeks, it develops ears, eyes, and minute hands. At 8 weeks, its features are recognizably human. World Book Encyclopedia. From about 2 weeks after conception, a fetus is almost constant motion. By 8 weeks, it has all organs, legs, arms, feet, hands, ears, and looks like a human being. It often sucks its thumb. At this stage, there is a definite heartbeat. It waves its arms and legs and is removed from the uterus. Often struggles to take a breath into its lungs. It answers all the ordinary criteria for life. Frequently, a 3-month-old fetus removed from the uterus will struggle for life as long as 2 or 3 hours. Dr. R.V. James, obstetrician gynecologist. Medical scientists claim they are creating human life in a test tube. You can't call it something else in the womb. Dr. William Lynch, Boston gynecologist. So what is an abortion? More people would oppose abortion if they really knew what it was like. In the next 4 paragraphs, we are quoting Dr. Forrest C. Stevenson, certified marriage counselor of Brighton, Michigan. Number 1, there are 4 types of abortion. The first is a suction type of abortion in which a tube is inserted into the womb and there creates a powerful vacuum which tears the fetus from the womb and a mass of blood and tissue, which is then removed from the mother. This method is used in the earlier stages of pregnancy. Number two, second is that the correct type of abortion in which a spoon-shaped instrument with sharp edges is inserted and is used to cut up the baby and separate it from the womb. Often because of inadequate dilation, the surgeon who is performing the abortion has to use hands to crush the baby's head because it is too large to be removed successfully. Number three, a third type of abortion is very similar to a cesarean operation in which through abdominal surgery the baby is removed. This baby will be alive at the time it is removed from the mother's body. It will be moving its arms and legs. Often it will be crying, it will be struggling for air. Unfortunately, this baby's lungs are not yet adequately developed so that it can breathe air, and after a time, after a few hours of crying and moving and thrashing about, it finally dies. The fourth type of abortion is the salt brine technique, sometimes called salting down. A great needle is inserted into the womb, and through this needle, most of the fluids are removed, and then a strong salt solution is injected into the mother. The baby thrashes around violently, and unless there is an anesthesia, the mother will experience extreme pain during this period. And of course, if there is anesthesiation, there is an increased danger to her life. The baby is literally pickled in this salt, and after a few days is delivered as a stillbirth.